Alright YouTube, what's going on today? We're going to be doing the drop fade. As you can see, my client hasn't gotten a haircut in a while, so we got a lot to work with. So I'm basically about to show y'all kind of like a beginner's, I would say a drop fade for real. It's a lot to work with. Y'all will come in contact with clients that haven't had a haircut in a little minute, so we ain't really going to hold y'all too long. Let's get into the video. So obviously the first thing you want to do is pick everything out underneath the client's dreads. And this right here lifts up everything from off of the scalp, so you get a nice clean foundation, so you can start setting on our guidelines and getting that fade in. So the first thing you want to do is you get a comb, and we're going to take a 1.5 guard, and we're going to knock all of this hair down. We're probably going to take it down to a number 1 guard, but a 1.5 just ensures or makes it safe for us, because we don't know what's underneath the hair. And we're going to do this all throughout the hair. And we're making sure at the same time that we're not cutting into his dreads. See how my hand is kind of separating or pushing? But my hand is separating his dreads from what we really need to cut off. And then we're going to continue doing this all throughout the whole entire head. Alright, now that we have everything cut down with the 1.5 guard, now we're going to move down to this 1 guard. Basically the 1.5 guard debulks everything. Now with this 1 guard all the way closed, we're going to cut everything down once again. Because underneath his dreads, we don't want a big bush or anything like that. And you know, you want the haircut to last for a good amount of time. So we take it down with the 1 guard all the way closed. Everybody that has dreads, it might not be the same exact thing. Usually people with more looser hair with like almost like curly or straighter hair. I do have some straight hair, you know, dread heads, I would say, a lot locks. But for this in particular kind, we're gonna take it down with this 1 guard, just to have everything nice and flat. So the first we're gonna do is set in this first initial guideline, and we're gonna do it with our clippers all the way closed. And I do have my clippers 0 gap. So we're going to start right here behind the ear. And we're already creating that drop down shape in the back. And you're going to slightly go up and then curve it right here. And we're curving it down so far so we can preserve the C-cup, because that's what the client wants. And usually with most drop fades, they do have the C-cup right there. And then we're going to bring it. We're going to drop it and go halfway towards the back. And then we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. What I like to do, I like to work in sections, obviously. I work on one side, then I make the other side exactly like that, and then I make them meet in the back. So that way I can have a more even fade at the end of our haircut. And that right there, it'll take your haircuts to a new level, or it'll just take your haircuts a long way. Same thing, it doesn't have to be perfect at first. You can kind of adjust it whenever you get to the back, because the back 2 sides have to be even, and then you could just go off of that. Now we just connect the sides. I'll continue from this side and connect them on the back side. And in the back, it should be like a perfect down slope, or it should be even on both sides. If it's not even, you can take one side up, or whatever side you need to adjust. You can adjust that side, but make sure it's even. And that's going to be our foundation for the rest of the fade. So for the second thing that we're going to do, we're going to make this second guideline with our lever all the way open. Lever all the way open leaves the most on the majority of the hair. Lever closed leaves less hair. And we're just going in the same exact shape, making that second guideline. So now we're going to start our fading down process, basically closing the lever and moving down in the fade till we get to all the way closed. All the way closed is when we first had set that first guideline, that first ball guideline with our lever all the way closed, and that's what we're going to end up with, or end up at, towards the end of our fade. So we're still keeping that same shape no matter what, and we're just moving down. It's a fast process, and I do use this system on every one of my clients. No matter if they're black or white, if they got straight hair or curly hair or coarse hair, it really doesn't matter. This system works for everyone. So right now our next step is going to be starting to fade down from the top. The reason why we're starting to fade down from the top is because we want to preserve all of this area. We don't want to push the fade up too high. You can start with this level all the way open, but me knowing, you know, because I've been using this fading system for a long time, me knowing that everything is cut down with the one guard, anything above the one guard will bring down this bulk. But the best thing to bring down the bulk with is with this 1.5 level all the way closed, and basically just debulk everything. Just go up, debulk everything, make sure you're combing as well, and just keep following that same exact shape. No matter what guard you're using, you always want to follow the same exact shape. No matter what. No matter what. Even if it doesn't even feel like you're cutting hair. Now wherever we left off with the 1.5 guard, we're going to pick up with our one guard all the way open. Whenever we start with a guard, we're going to start with the lever all the way open. And basically where I stopped at with the 1.5 guard was midway through this fade. Because we still have to leave room for the half guard. So guard all the way open, and then we're just working our way down. We're keeping that same exact shape up inside of the fade. That same drop fade shape. We're just slowly working our way down. Closing the lever, moving down. Closing the lever, moving down. Very simple. Close the lever all the way. Now we're at this bottom portion, but the one guard won't get this bottom portion out. Now what we do, we take our half guard, level all the way open. Remember, whenever we have a new guard, we start with the level all the way open. And we're just trying to get out this bottom line right here. It's a faint bottom line that I see or that I notice. And that's what we're working at. Basically just flicking out at that one point. Closing the lever until it flicks out. And then once you find a stopping point or a stoppage point to where that line looks like it's closing or fading out, basically, you're going to close your lever a little bit more and start detailing. To detail, you want to go halfway and just use the corners of your blade just to slice in, 2 hairs basically into individual hairs, which would create one. Basically, I will show you a little bit more advanced way to detail real quick. And basically, that's it right there. That's the fade. It could use a little bit more detail. And this is the next step detail that I do, which will be the rake down technique. Basically, open up your lever all the way and just turn your clippers upside down and going with the grain. It takes a little minute to learn, but this smoothens out the blend right here. I advise that y'all learn this. It only works with some clippers. Me, I've only had success with it with the wall seniors basically. And this right here just smoothens out the blend so much. I don't know if y'all can tell, but I can see in person. Y'all should be able to see. Alright, as y'all can see, both sides of the fade looks clean. We just have this back section right here that we're about to fade out. But both sides looking symmetrical. I fade both sides first, and then I make them meet in the back. And it's such a beautiful thing to sit there and see it come together in the back, what y'all are about to watch me do. Basically, the same steps that I did on this side and this side, I will be doing it from the back. But I like to kind of start off and transition from like right around this area and then work my way down, then start from this area, then work my way down. Then I slowly just blend everything together. Alright, now we're gonna start with you know, same exact process. We're gonna start with our lever all the way open, go a little bit over, and we're just gonna slowly just close this lever till everything is faded all the way out. It's gonna happen very, 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 very fast. Lever all the way open, boom. Not really going up too high, just debulking all this hair. Close the lever all the way, because I know from doing this system, this system is my system, so I already know it. Debulk everything. Just debulking everything makes a big, giant difference. But this way I'm really going to see where the system comes into play at. And my bad about all the background noise. Lever all the way open. You can detail while you're doing this. Turn your clipper to the side, detailing them small little spots. Now slowly close the lever and go down. Close the lever, go down. Close the lever, go a little bit more down. close the level, go a little bit more down, and then boom, halfway open, detail, detail, detail. Now we're at the half guard state, all the way over, around this area right here, just notching at this one little line, close the level, notching at that one little line, close the level some more, and boom, the fade is done. Alright, to do our lineup, our client usually will decide if their client has a strong side or a weak side, but our client has a pretty strong line. I would say this right side is the weak side, and luckily for me, basically the weak side is the hair that grows less hair in the corners, or the less hair that grows on, you know, the left side of his head or the right side of his head, and it's basically my right or his left, and then the other side grows a little bit, you know, stronger, has more hair. The reason why we want to start off the weak side first, we want to start in the middle, make a little indent to where I pick a spot to where his lines or his lineup, which is slightly down, will be a little bit more full. And I would say about right here. Right here, we can line it up to where it looks on both sides to give that illusion to where both sides are at its full point, basically. And this hair does kind of overgrow in this area, basically like a widow's peak almost. And the reason why you want to start with the weak side first is because you can't, if you line up the strong side first and then work your way to the weak side, basically the strong side basically grows down more. You'll be lining it up kind of slant, basically. Kind of slant like that, and you don't want to line up like that. So you work your way to the weak side because you can always take hair away on the strong side, but you can't bring hair back. So if I line it up straight on the strong side and then work towards the weak side, I wouldn't have enough hair right there to line up. So that's why we choose the weak side first. So right now we're going to get our client's head adjusted. Use his nose as a center point, go all the way up, and then put that first mark where we think the lineup will be straight at. And every few times you want to step back, look at the haircut, go back in, just in making sure that the lineup is straight. Don't go all the way. Step back, look at it. If you need to make a micro adjustment, basically a small adjustment, angling the clipper slightly up, you'll be able to notice it more by stepping back and looking at the client. Now for the vertical bars are already kind of naturally slanted. So right now we're just leading up with the top portion of his lineup that we just did. Creating that vertical bar. Pretty simple, pretty easy, pretty easy. Now we want to make the C-cup area right here. First I want to make this little indent with half of my clipper blade. And now we're going to take our pointer finger as a balance guide and go about right here and just use our corners to create that C-cup motion. And then everything below that, we just cut it off. Now we're just going to go back to our center point and keep working our way to the opposite side. Every time we go over, we step back, we look at the lineup just to see if it's straight, and we're going in the right direction, and go back in. And we're only using half of our clipper blade for the lineup. On this side, we'll be at the same exact spot as the other side, and we'll kind of use his eyebrows to dictate where to place this the vertical bar. Alright y'all, so this is the cut right here. A nice clean drop fade, nice sharp lineup. We did wind up enhancing the lineup. Put your head down slightly for me so I can see the back. Turn to the side. This is the side that I showed y'all. Kind of tilt it a little bit this way. Nice, clean, sharp, straight lineup. Simple, simple things. The simple, simple things. Alright. But it's HYB. If you're not handling business, do what you're doing. Alright. And we out.
Yes, sir.